Here's the scenario. Your manager or your team leader just asked you to present your team's project in front of senior leadership. And you typically get nervous, like some of us do. How do you go about preparing for this presentation in a short amount of time? Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ajadi, back with the What Would Elizabeth Do scenario. With this scenario, like all scenarios, I'm going to tell you what I would do and how I would approach it. In my case, I try to be as familiar with my project as much as possible. So that's the starting point. Know your project, know the details, know the ins and outs of it. Once you know the material, once you know the project, you've solved 50% of the problem. Now let's solve the other 50%. It's senior leadership, so you know that you have a short amount of time to really present the information. So you want to go in with a methodology. Maybe going with a STAR approach, the situation, the task, the action, the results, so that when you go in, you are concise in how you deliver the project's outcome or information. That would help you prepare and come ready with the type of information that senior leadership is ready to digest. Now, they may have other questions that would involve some of the more narrative things. You may or may not have the answers, but trust me, they don't expect you to have all the answers on the spot. But you should at least have 80% of the answers. So come ready to answer the questions. And for the things that you don't know, perhaps another member of your team would know it. Or if you're the only one presenting, you can tell them that you get back to them with a follow-up email. And also, I would like to say, take note of some of the questions that they asked you. And if you can follow up with an email response of all the questions that was asked with an attachment of the material that would be helpful for them to revisit, that would be helpful. Another good thing, which I forgot to mention at the beginning, is send the material before the presentation so that they can digest the information and be able to follow you throughout your presentation. Hope this helps you. There's so many ways you can prepare, but number one, know your project and be as familiar as possible. Till next time, see you on the next What Would Elizabeth Do. Go stream my podcast, 9 to 5 and everything in between on all podcast platforms. Bye.